Do you ever feel like you're constantly chasing the clock? Like there just aren't enough hours in the day to fit everything in? If so, you're not alone. In today's fast-paced world, we're bombarded with demands on our time and attention. This constant pressure can lead to stress, anxiety, and a feeling of disconnection from what truly matters. This is where the concept of slow living comes in. Slow living isn't about idleness or laziness. It's a philosophy and a way of life that encourages us to step off the treadmill and reclaim control over our time. It's about prioritizing quality over quantity, focusing on experiences over possessions, and cultivating a sense of presence in the here and now. Why is slow living important today? Our fast-paced world can take a toll on our physical and mental well-being. By slowing down, we can reduce stress, improve our focus, and appreciate the beauty of everyday life. Slow living can also help us build stronger relationships, connect with nature, and live more sustainably. Once again, welcome to the Stoic Valiant channel. Finding this isn't an accident. You are meant to be the best version of yourself, and this channel aims to help you do just that. Your commitment brings you closer to the path of success, so keep going. As always, not all people will be able to finish this video, but I believe that you can. Let's begin. Chapter 1: Understanding Slow Living. William was a busy accountant in a bustling city, always rushing from one task to another, barely taking a moment to catch his breath. His days were filled with back-to-back meetings, endless emails, and tight deadlines. He felt like he was constantly on autopilot, never truly present in the moment. Despite his success in his career, William couldn't shake off the feeling of emptiness and exhaustion that lingered within him. One day, during a rare moment of respite, William stumbled upon a YouTube video about slow living. Intrigued by the concept, he began to delve deeper into what it meant to live slowly. He realized that he had been living his life in the fast lane, always chasing after the next goal or accomplishment without pausing to appreciate the journey along the way. Inspired by the idea of slowing down and being more intentional with his time, William decided to embark on a journey towards embracing a slower pace of life. As William started implementing slow living practices into his daily routine, he noticed a profound shift in his mindset and well-being. He began to prioritize activities that brought him joy and fulfillment, such as spending quality time with his family, enjoying leisurely walks in nature, and savoring home-cooked meals with loved ones. By slowing down and being more present, William felt more connected to himself and those around him. He realized that true happiness wasn't found in the relentless pursuit of success and productivity, but in the simple moments of everyday life. Slow living is a lifestyle philosophy centered on the idea of slowing down, being present, and living intentionally. It's about embracing simplicity, mindfulness, and a deeper connection to oneself, others, and the world around us. At its core, slow living encourages individuals to savor the moment, prioritize what truly matters, and reject the constant rush and busyness that often dominate modern life. Philosophical roots and evolution. Slow living finds its roots in various philosophical and cultural movements throughout history, including ancient wisdom traditions such as Buddhism and Stoicism emphasized the importance of mindfulness, moderation, and inner peace. Simple living. Philosophers like Henry David Thoreau promoted simple living close to nature as a means of spiritual fulfillment. The slow movement. The contemporary slow living movement emerged in the 1980s with the slow food movement in Italy, which advocated for slowing down the pace of life and savoring meals with friends and family. Comparison with other lifestyle movements. Slow living shares similarities with other lifestyle movements but also has distinct characteristics. Minimalism. Both minimalism and slow living emphasize simplicity and intentionality, but minimalism focuses more on decluttering material possessions, while slow living encompasses a broader approach to living at a slower pace. Hygge, a Danish concept of coziness and contentment, overlaps with slow living in its emphasis on creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. But slow living encompasses a wider range of practices beyond comfort and ambience. Slow living is not just a trend or a passing fad. It's a response to the increasing pace and complexity of modern life. In today's fast-paced society, where technology, consumerism, and work demands often lead to stress, burnout, and disconnection, slow living offers an alternative way of being that prioritizes quality over quantity, depth over superficiality, and presence over distraction. By embracing the principles of slow living, individuals can cultivate a greater sense of meaning, fulfillment, and well-being in their lives. Chapter 2: The Principles of Slow Living. David was a young professional working in a bustling city, always caught up in the hustle and bustle of urban life. His days were consumed by long commutes, demanding work schedules, and endless to-do lists. Despite his outward success, David felt a growing sense of dissatisfaction and disconnection from himself and those around him. He longed for a more meaningful and fulfilling way of life but didn't know where to begin. One weekend, while taking a stroll in the park, David stumbled upon a group of people practicing yoga and mindfulness meditation. Intrigued by their serene demeanor and peaceful presence, he decided to join them. As he immersed himself in the practice, David felt a sense of calm wash over him, as if the weight of the world had been lifted from his shoulders. In that moment, he realized the power of slowing down and being present. Inspired by his experience, David began to incorporate slow living principles into his daily routine. He started by simplifying his schedule, saying no to activities that didn't align with his values, and making time for activities that brought him joy and fulfillment. As he slowed down and became more intentional with his choices, David noticed a profound shift in his outlook on life. He felt more connected to himself, others, and the world around him, and discovered a newfound sense of purpose and contentment. Slow living is guided by several core principles that shape the way individuals approach life and interact with the world around them. These principles emphasize mindfulness, intentionality, simplicity, and connection, offering a roadmap for living a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Mindfulness and presence. Slow living encourages individuals to be fully present in each moment, rather than constantly rushing ahead or dwelling on the past. This involves paying attention to one's thoughts, feelings, and sensations, engaging in activities with full awareness and focus, cultivating a sense of gratitude for the present moment. Intentionality and simplicity. Intentionality involves making deliberate choices and aligning actions with one's values and priorities. In the context of slow living, this means simplifying one's life by decluttering possessions and commitments, being mindful of consumption and choosing quality over quantity, setting clear intentions for how one wants to live and spend their time. Connection to nature and community. Slow living emphasizes the importance of reconnecting with nature and fostering meaningful connections with others. This includes spending time outdoors and appreciating the beauty of the natural world, cultivating relationships with family, friends, and neighbors, engaging in community activities and supporting local initiatives. Gratitude and appreciation. Slow living encourages individuals to cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the abundance in their lives. This involves taking time to reflect on the blessings and opportunities present in each day, practicing gratitude rituals such as journaling or expressing thanks to others, recognizing the value of simple pleasures and everyday moments of joy. By embracing these principles, individuals can cultivate a deeper sense of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment in their lives. Slow living offers a counterbalance to the fast-paced and often hectic nature of modern society, inviting individuals to slow down, savor the moment, and live with greater intention and authenticity. Chapter 3: Slow Living Practices in Everyday Life. Tom, a hard-working engineer, was tired of the constant rush and stress of his daily life. He felt like he was always running from one task to another. never taking a moment to slow down and catch his breath. Determined to find a better way of living, Tom decided to implement the principle of slowing down daily routines into his life. One morning, instead of rushing through his usual morning routine, Tom decided to wake up a little earlier than usual. He brewed a fresh pot of coffee and took his time savoring each sip as he watched the sunrise from his kitchen window. Then, he spent a few minutes stretching and practicing deep breathing exercises to center himself for the day ahead. By starting his day with mindfulness and intentionality, Tom felt more grounded and prepared to face whatever challenges came his way. Throughout the day, Tom made a conscious effort to slow down and be present in each moment. He took short breaks to step outside and soak in the sunshine, appreciating the beauty of nature surrounding him. During lunchtime, instead of eating at his desk like usual, Tom decided to go for a leisurely walk in the nearby park, enjoying the sights and sounds of nature. By embracing these slow living practices, Tom discovered that he could find moments of peace and calmness even in the midst of a hectic day. Incorporating slow living practices into everyday life can help individuals cultivate a greater sense of mindfulness, intentionality, and fulfillment. From slowing down daily routines to simplifying consumption and fostering mindful communication, there are numerous ways to embrace the principles of slow living in various aspects of life. Slowing down daily routines. Start the day with a mindful morning routine, such as stretching, journaling, or enjoying a leisurely breakfast. Practice mindfulness during everyday activities, such as eating meals without distractions or taking short breaks to pause and breathe. Simplify tasks by focusing on one thing at a time and avoiding multitasking, which can lead to stress and overwhelm. Embracing leisure and hobbies. Make time for leisure activities that bring joy and relaxation, such as reading, gardening, or spending time in nature. Engage in hobbies that foster creativity and self-expression, whether it's painting, playing an instrument, or crafting. Prioritize rest and relaxation by scheduling regular downtime to recharge and rejuvenate. Simplifying consumption and consumerism. Adopt a minimalist mindset by decluttering possessions and letting go of items that no longer serve a purpose or bring joy. Practice mindful consumption by being intentional about purchases and choosing quality over quantity. Explore alternative ways of living, such as swapping, borrowing, or buying secondhand, to reduce waste and minimize environmental impact. Mindful communication and relationships. Practice active listening by giving others your full attention and being present in conversations. Communicate with compassion and empathy, seeking to understand others' perspectives and feelings. Nurture meaningful relationships by prioritizing quality time with loved ones and fostering deep connections built on trust and mutual respect. Slow living isn't about perfection or rigid rules. It's about embracing a mindset of mindfulness and intentionality that allows for greater joy, connection, and well-being. Chapter 4: Challenges and Obstacles to Slow Living. Jack, a business analyst in his early 30s, felt like he was constantly racing against the clock. Long hours on the job left him exhausted and drained, with little time or energy for anything else. Despite his longing for a simpler and more balanced life, Jack struggled to break free from the demands of his work. One evening, after a particularly grueling day at the office, Jack found himself pondering his life over a simple dinner at home. He realized that his internal barriers were holding him back from embracing a slower pace of life. Fear of change and the familiarity of his routine kept him tethered to the fast-paced rhythm of his job. Determined to make a change, Jack resolved to confront these obstacles head-on. Jack began his journey by carving out small pockets of time for himself amidst his busy schedule. He started by waking up just 15 minutes earlier each morning to enjoy a cup of coffee in silence before the chaos of the day began. Gradually, he introduced mindfulness practices into his routine, such as deep breathing exercises during his lunch break and short walks around the neighborhood after work. With each mindful moment, Jack felt himself becoming more present and at peace. and he realized that he didn't have to be a slave to the hustle anymore. Embracing a slow-living lifestyle comes with its own set of challenges and obstacles that individuals may encounter along the way. These challenges can stem from societal norms, personal barriers, practical considerations, and even skepticism from others. Understanding and addressing these challenges is essential for successfully integrating slow living practices into everyday life. Cultural and societal pressures. Living slowly can be tough when society expects constant hustle. Society often glorifies busyness and productivity, leading individuals to feel pressured to constantly be on the go and achieve more. Consumer culture promotes the idea that happiness and fulfillment can be found through material possessions and external achievements, making it challenging to adopt a simpler, more intentional way of living. Social media and technology can perpetuate a sense of FOMO, fear of missing out, and comparison, making it difficult for individuals to slow down and appreciate their own lives. Personal barriers. Internal struggles can hinder progress toward a slower pace. Individuals may face internal barriers such as ingrained habits, fear of change, or a reluctance to step out of their comfort zones. Past experiences or traumas may also hinder individuals from fully embracing a slower pace of life, as they may associate it with feelings of boredom or stagnation. Lack of support from friends, family, or peers can make it challenging to maintain commitment to slow living practices, especially when others around them are living at a faster pace. Practical considerations. Real-life demands can pose challenges to living slowly. Balancing slow living principles with work and family responsibilities can be challenging, especially in a society that values productivity and efficiency. Financial constraints may limit individuals' ability to make certain lifestyle changes, such as downsizing their home or reducing work hours. Limited access to resources or information about slow living practices can also pose challenges for those interested in adopting this lifestyle but unsure where to start. Overcoming resistance and skepticism. Navigating skepticism and resistance from others is part of the journey. Addressing resistance and skepticism from others may require individuals to confidently articulate their reasons for embracing slow living and demonstrate the benefits they've experienced. Building a supportive community of like-minded individuals can provide encouragement and accountability on the slow living journey. Practicing patience and self-compassion throughout the slow living journey is essential, as it takes time and effort to fully embrace this lifestyle. Chapter 5: Benefits of Slow Living. The alarm clock's shrill shriek jolted Christopher awake. He fumbled for his phone, the harsh blue light momentarily blinding him. 5:30 a.m. Another pre-dawn run before the city truly woke. Work, gym, eat, sleep, that was his life. A relentless cycle that left him feeling perpetually drained. As he laced up his shoes, a pang of longing struck him. He missed the lazy mornings of his childhood, the smell of pancakes wafting from the kitchen, the sound of his dad's laughter echoing through the house. He paused, a thought taking root. Maybe it was time to slow down. He could skip the run for once, enjoy breakfast with his wife, maybe even play a board game with his kids before work. The idea felt radical, a break from his self-imposed routine, but as he pictured his family's smiling faces, a warmth spread through him, more energizing than any pre-dawn jog. That morning, Christopher surprised his family with breakfast in bed. The laughter and excited chatter filled the room, a stark contrast to the usual rushed goodbyes. As he drove to work, a sense of lightness filled him. He realized prioritizing these simple moments, these connections with his loved ones, was far more rewarding than squeezing in another workout. Slowing down wasn't weakness, it was a chance to truly savor the most important things in life. Slow living isn't just about aesthetics or leisurely pursuits. It offers a multitude of benefits that improve various aspects of your life. Let's explore how embracing a slower pace can enhance your well-being, relationships, and even the world around you. Improved well-being and mental health. One of the most significant advantages of slow living is its positive impact on mental and emotional health. By prioritizing rest and reducing stress, slow living allows you to combat stress and anxiety. Constant rushing and busyness take a toll on the body and mind. Slowing down allows you to manage stress effectively, leading to a calmer and more peaceful state. Boost self-awareness. When you're not constantly on the go, you have time to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and needs. This self-awareness allows you to make choices that align with your values and bring you joy. Improve sleep quality. Taking time to unwind before bed promotes deeper and more restful sleep. This, in turn, boosts energy levels, mood, and overall well-being. Enhanced relationships and connections. When you slow down, you have more time and energy to invest in the people who matter most. Slow living fosters stronger relationships in several ways. Deeper conversations and quality time. Slow living encourages putting away distractions and truly being present with loved ones. This allows for deeper conversations, shared experiences, and stronger bonds. Increased empathy and compassion. When you're not rushing from one thing to the next, you have the capacity to be more attentive to the needs and feelings of others. Strengthened community ties. Slow living often involves reconnecting with your local community. This can involve supporting local businesses, participating in community events, or simply getting to know your neighbors. Environmental and societal impact. Slow living isn't just about personal well-being. It also contributes to a healthier planet and a more mindful society. Here's how. Reduced environmental footprint. By prioritizing experiences over possessions and embracing mindful consumption, slow living helps conserve resources and reduce waste. Shifting societal values. Slow living challenges the always-on culture and promotes a more balanced approach to life. This can inspire others to prioritize well-being, sustainability, and meaningful connections. The benefits of slow living extend beyond simply reducing stress. By slowing down, you gain a deeper appreciation for life's simple pleasures, the quiet moments that often get overlooked in a fast-paced world. This newfound appreciation, coupled with the ability to live intentionally and prioritize what truly matters, leads to a more fulfilling and satisfying life. You'll find yourself not just going through the motions, but truly savoring the journey, with a renewed sense of purpose and the energy to pursue your passions. Feeling the weight of modern life pulling you in too many directions at once? Slow living offers an antidote to the chaos, inviting you to embrace a calmer, more intentional way of being. Are you ready to prioritize your well-being, deepen your connections, and make a positive impact on the world around you? Comment yes down below. Subscribe now to the Stoic Valiant YouTube channel and join us on the journey to a more intentional and fulfilling life. Chapter 6. Implementing slow living in different contexts. John hated his daily commute, crammed into a sweaty subway car, surrounded by noise and impatience. It was the worst part of his day. This morning, however, inspiration struck. He noticed a small park on his route, a place he'd always driven past without a second thought. Today, he decided to explore. He exited the train a stop early and walked towards the park. Lush trees and a bubbling fountain greeted him, a stark contrast to the usual urban chaos. He found a bench under a willow tree, the gentle breeze rustling the leaves. Pulling out his headphones, he played a calming nature soundscape, the chirping birds and trickling water creating a peaceful haven in the heart of the city. John closed his eyes, taking a deep breath, for the first time in a long time. His mind felt quiet. Maybe, he thought, slow living wasn't just about quitting his job and moving to the countryside. Maybe it was about finding pockets of peace, even in the bustling city, and savoring the simple beauty around him. Slow living isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. The key is to identify aspects of slow living that can be integrated into your existing lifestyle. Regardless of your circumstances, here's how you can embrace slow living in various environments. Slow living in urban environments. Contrary to popular belief, bustling cities can offer opportunities for slow living. Here are some ideas. Embrace green spaces, parks, community gardens, and even small balconies can become your urban oasis. Pack a picnic lunch, read a book under a tree, or simply practice mindfulness amidst the city sounds. Explore your neighborhood on foot, ditch the car and rediscover your local shops, cafes, and hidden gems. Walking allows you to appreciate the architecture, street art, and the unique character of your city. Embrace slow commutes. Instead of squeezing onto a crowded train, consider walking or cycling to work, if feasible. Listen to calming music or podcasts, or simply savor the quiet moments of observation during your commute. Connect with your community, join a local club, volunteer for a cause you care about, or simply strike up conversations with your neighbors. Building a sense of community fosters connection and belonging. Essential elements of slow living. Slow living in the workplace. The fast-paced work environment can feel at odds with slow living principles. However, some strategies can help. Prioritize quality over quantity. Focus on completing tasks thoughtfully rather than rushing through a never-ending to-do list. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to unreasonable workloads or extra hours. Schedule breaks throughout the day to recharge and avoid burnout. Practice mindfulness at work. Take a few deep breaths throughout the day to manage stress. Short meditation sessions can also help maintain focus and clarity. Disconnect to reconnect. Schedule times to check email and messages. Avoid the constant ping of notifications that can disrupt your focus and well-being. Slow living in parenting and family life. Family life can be chaotic, but here are some ways to slow down. Create sacred family time. Schedule regular meals together, unplugged and focused on conversation and connection. Embrace slow mornings. Avoid the rushed pre-dawn routines. Enjoy a leisurely breakfast together, allowing everyone to start the day peacefully. Simplify your schedule. Don't overload your family's calendar. Leave room for unstructured play, spontaneous outings, and simply being present in the moment. Delegate and share household responsibilities. Involving everyone in chores not only lightens the load but also teaches valuable life skills and fosters teamwork. Slow living on a budget. Slow living doesn't require a hefty bank account. Here's how to embrace slow living principles even with financial limitations. Focus on experiences, not possessions. Prioritizing free or low-cost activities like picnics in the park, game nights at home, or exploring local libraries and museums. Embrace DIY and creativity by learning basic repairs, mending clothes instead of replacing them, and finding creative ways to entertain your family without spending a fortune. Cook at home more often, enjoying preparing meals together and focusing on fresh, seasonal ingredients. Finally, cultivate an appreciation for the simple things in life, the moments of joy and connection that don't require a price tag. Chapter 7. Cultivating a slow living mindset. Samuel prided himself on his efficiency. Every minute of his day was meticulously planned, leaving no room for wasting time. However, lately, the constant rush had left him feeling drained and burnt out. He craved a sense of peace, a slower pace of life. Remembering his goal to be more present, Samuel decided to try something new. On his usual morning walk, he abandoned his usual fast pace and earbuds. He focused on his surroundings, the chirping birds, the vibrant colors of blooming flowers, the friendly greetings exchanged between neighbors. For the first time in years, he truly noticed the beauty of his own neighborhood. He even stopped for a few minutes to chat with an elderly man tending his rose bushes, learning about the different varieties and their delicate care. Reaching his office a few minutes later than usual, Samuel felt surprisingly calm and energized. He realized that slowing down wasn't about falling behind, it was about appreciating the present moment, the little details that made life richer and more meaningful. Slow living is more than just changing your actions, it's about cultivating a new way of thinking and being. This chapter explores key practices that will help you develop a slow living mindset. Practices for developing mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness meditation. Dedicate a few minutes each day to mindfulness meditation. Focus on your breath, allowing thoughts to come and go without judgment. This practice helps cultivate present moment awareness, a crucial aspect of slow living. Mindful movement. Slow down your daily activities. Practice mindful walking, focusing on the sensations in your body and the environment around you. Savor your meals, paying attention to taste, texture, and aroma. Bringing mindfulness to everyday activities helps you appreciate the present moment. Digital detox. Schedule regular breaks from technology. Disconnect from social media and put away your phone for specific periods. This allows you to focus on real-world experiences and connect with yourself and your surroundings. Strategies for embracing simplicity and intentionality. Declutter your space. A cluttered environment can lead to a cluttered mind. Regularly declutter your living space, keeping only items that bring you joy or serve a purpose. A simpler environment fosters a sense of calm and allows you to focus on what truly matters. Identify your values. Reflect on what's truly important to you in life. What brings you a sense of fulfillment? Aligning your actions with your values helps ensure you're living intentionally and making choices that create a meaningful life. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to commitments that drain your time and energy. Prioritize activities that align with your values and create space for slow living practices. Building resilience and adaptability. Embrace imperfection. Slow living isn't about achieving perfection. There will be setbacks and days when you fall back into old habits. Accept that change takes time and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Develop coping mechanisms. Life throws curveballs. Practice healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with stress, such as exercise, spending time in nature, or creative outlets. Be flexible. Unexpected events can disrupt your plans. Cultivate flexibility and learn to adapt to changing circumstances without compromising your slow living goals. Cultivating a slow living mindset requires nurturing self-compassion and acceptance. Prioritize activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Schedule time for rest, relaxation, and things you enjoy. Taking care of yourself is essential for maintaining a slow living lifestyle. Let go of comparing your slow living journey to others. Everyone's path is unique. Focus on your own progress and celebrate your personal achievements. Finally, practice self-acceptance. Flaws and all. Slow living is about finding a way of life that works for you. Embrace your journey and be kind to yourself along the way. Chapter 8: Overcoming Barriers to Slow Living. Tyler prided himself on his efficiency. Every minute of his day was meticulously planned, leaving no room for wasting time on leisurely pursuits. His mornings were a blur of rushing through breakfast, battling traffic, and diving headfirst into emails at his desk. Weekends weren't much better, filled with errands, social obligations, and catching up on work he couldn't finish during the week. He felt like a hamster on a wheel, constantly running but never reaching anywhere. One evening, exhausted from another jam-packed day, Tyler stumbled upon a YouTube video about slow living. He watched in fascination as people described their lives focused on mindfulness, intentionality, and savoring the present moment. The idea resonated with him. He longed to break free from the constant pressure to be on and rediscover the simple pleasures in life. The next morning, Tyler decided to make a small change. Instead of his usual rushed breakfast, he took a few extra minutes to prepare a healthy meal. He sat down at the table, savoring the taste of each bite and enjoying the quiet morning light filtering through his window. It wasn't a huge change, but for David, it was a small step towards a more mindful and intentional way of living. Slow living may seem like an idyllic dream, but incorporating these principles into your daily routine can be challenging. This chapter explores some common obstacles and strategies to help you navigate them. Societal norms and expectations. Our fast-paced world often glorifies busyness and constant productivity. Friends, family, and even workplace cultures may value efficiency and achievement over prioritizing rest and self-care. Here are some tips to navigate these societal pressures. Communicate your needs. openly communicate your desire to slow down to loved ones. Explain the benefits for yourself and potentially for your relationships. Lead by example. Don't be afraid to break away from the always-on mentality. Model slow living behaviors for those around you, demonstrating the positive impact on your well-being. Set boundaries. Learn to politely decline commitments that conflict with your slow living goals. Prioritize activities that align with your values and create space for self-care and relaxation. Time management and commitments. Feeling overwhelmed with obligations can make slowing down feel impossible. Prioritize ruthlessly. Evaluate your commitments and identify activities that drain your time and energy without adding value. Delegate, reschedule, or eliminate tasks that aren't essential to free up space for slow living practices. Embrace the power of no. Learn to say no to requests that don't align with your goals or leave you feeling drained. Protect your time for activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Schedule slow living activities, just like you schedule work meetings or social events. Block out time in your calendar for slow living practices like meditation, spending time in nature, or enjoying a leisurely hobby. Finding balance in a fast-paced world. Living in a world that constantly bombards us with information and demands can make slowing down feel unrealistic. Here are a few tips to create a sense of balance. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Begin with small, manageable changes that fit comfortably into your routine. Maybe it's a daily 10-minute meditation session in the morning or replacing a mindless scroll through social media with reading a book before bed. Embrace imperfection. Slow living isn't about achieving perfection. There will be days when you fall back into old habits or unexpected events disrupt your plans. Accept that change takes time and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Focus on progress, not perfection. Slow living is a journey, not a destination. It's about gradually shifting your mindset and incorporating practices that promote well-being and fulfillment. Creating supportive environments. Your surroundings can significantly impact your ability to embrace slow living. Here's how to create a supportive environment. Declutter your space. A cluttered physical environment can contribute to mental clutter and a sense of overwhelm. Regularly declutter your living and workspaces, keeping only items that serve a purpose or bring you joy. Schedule digital detox breaks. Constant connectivity can be a major barrier to slow living. Schedule regular breaks from technology. Silence your phone notifications. Set aside specific times to check emails, and disconnect completely during evenings or weekends. Seek out like-minded people. Surrounding yourself with people who understand and appreciate slow living can be a source of motivation and support. Connect with friends or online communities who share your values and aspirations. Recognizing these challenges and implementing these strategies will enable you to overcome barriers and cultivate a slow living mindset. Remember, slow living is a personal journey. Find what works best for you and create a life that allows you to be present, intentional, and fulfilled. Chapter 9: The Role of Technology in Slow Living. Kevin constantly felt overwhelmed. Work deadlines loomed, personal errands piled up, and his slow living goals felt like a distant dream. Every day seemed like a frantic scramble to get everything done, leaving him exhausted and frustrated. Remembering the concept of time management tools, Kevin decided to give it a try. He downloaded a time management app and started scheduling his day. He blocked out specific time slots for work tasks, errands, and most importantly, slow living activities like exercise and meditation. The app also sent him reminders, gently nudging him to stick to his schedule. At first, it felt restrictive, but gradually, Kevin noticed a difference. He no longer felt like he was constantly battling the clock. By prioritizing slow living practices and scheduling them in, he finally felt a sense of control. The app became his ally, helping him navigate his busy life while carving out space for the things that truly mattered. Technology is a double-edged sword when it comes to slow living. While it can be a source of distraction and overwhelm, It can also be a powerful tool to support your slow living journey. This chapter explores the impact of technology and strategies for incorporating it mindfully. Impact of technology on modern life. There's no denying the convenience and efficiency technology offers. It allows us to connect with loved ones instantly, access information at our fingertips, and automate many daily tasks. However, the constant barrage of notifications, the pressure to be available 24/7, and the endless scroll of social media can contribute to feelings of anxiety, stress, and a sense of never being present in the moment. Incorporating technology mindfully. The key is to leverage technology's benefits while minimizing its downsides. Here are some strategies to achieve this balance. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries around technology use. Silence notifications during work hours and evenings to minimize distractions. Schedule dedicated times to check social media and emails, and avoid mindless scrolling throughout the day. Embrace digital detox. Regularly schedule breaks from technology altogether. Power down your phone during meals. Put it away when spending time with loved ones, or consider a weekend digital detox to disconnect and recharge. Use technology for mindfulness. Many apps and tools can support your slow living practices. Explore apps for meditation, guided breathing exercises, nature sounds, or even time management techniques to help you prioritize slow living activities. Digital detox and unplugging. Taking digital detox breaks can be a powerful way to reconnect with yourself and the world around you. Here are some ideas for a successful digital detox. Set a time frame. Decide on a specific duration for your digital detox. Whether it's a few hours, a day, or even a weekend. Communicate your plan to loved ones and colleagues to avoid unnecessary interruptions. Find alternative activities. Plan activities that don't involve technology. Spend time in nature. Read a book, pursue a hobby, or simply relax and enjoy the quiet. Embrace the discomfort. Disconnecting can feel uncomfortable at first. You may experience anxiety or boredom without the constant stimulation of technology. However, this discomfort is temporary, and it allows you to reconnect with your inner world and appreciate the present moment. Using technology to enhance slow living practices. Technology can be a valuable tool to support your slow living journey. Here are some examples. Mindfulness apps. Numerous apps offer guided meditations, breathing exercises, and calming soundscapes to help you cultivate mindfulness and reduce stress. Time management tools. Time management apps allow you to schedule your day, prioritize tasks, and set reminders for slow living practices like meditation or exercise. Nature and wellness apps. Apps can help you identify plants and animals in your area, find hiking trails, or locate healthy recipe ideas, encouraging you to connect with nature and prioritize your well-being. Remember, technology is a tool. By using it consciously and strategically, you can harness its power to make slow living a seamless part of your daily life. Embrace the positive aspects of technology while minimizing its distractions, allowing you to create a more mindful and fulfilling way of being. Chapter 10. Slow Living and Sustainability. Peter wasn't a wasteful person, but his daily routine generated a surprising amount of trash. Coffee cups on the go, plastic packaging from his lunch, and single-use containers from his favorite takeout place. It all added up. He felt a growing unease about his contribution to landfill waste, and the convenience of disposables seemed less appealing with each overflowing trash bag. Remembering the tip about reduce, reuse, and recycle, Peter decided to make some changes. He invested in a reusable coffee mug and water bottle, carrying them throughout the day to avoid disposable cups. He started packing his lunch in reusable containers and preparing meals at home to control portion sizes and reduce packaging waste. He even researched his favorite takeout place and discovered they offered a discount for customers who brought their own containers. At first, it felt like a hassle. Peter worried about forgetting his reusables or dealing with extra cleaning. But soon, it became a habit. He felt a sense of satisfaction knowing he was reducing his waste footprint. The small changes not only benefited the environment but also saved him money in the long run. Peter realized that slow living wasn't about sacrifice. It was about making small, conscious choices that led to a more sustainable and fulfilling way of life. Slow living and sustainability are two concepts that go hand in hand. They both promote a mindful approach to life, focusing on quality over quantity and prioritizing long-term well-being for ourselves and the planet. This chapter explores the intersection of these ideas and how slow living practices can contribute to a more sustainable future. Intersection of slow living and sustainable living. At its core, slow living encourages us to be more conscious of our choices and their impact. This applies not just to our own well-being but also to the environment. By slowing down and prioritizing experiences over material possessions, we naturally reduce our consumption habits, leading to a smaller environmental footprint. Reducing your environmental footprint through slow living practices. Here are some ways that slow living practices can translate into environmental benefits. Mindful consumption. Slow living encourages us to buy less, choose quality over quantity, and prioritize experiences over possessions. This reduces the demand for resource extraction, manufacturing, and transportation, all of which contribute to environmental degradation. Embrace secondhand, instead of buying new. Consider purchasing pre-loved items through thrift stores or online marketplaces. This extends the life cycle of existing products and reduces waste associated with new product creation. Support local and sustainable businesses. Seek out businesses that prioritize ethical sourcing, sustainable practices, and local production. This minimizes transportation needs and supports local economies. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Minimize waste by buying only what you need and avoiding single-use items. Reuse items whenever possible. Mend clothes, use reusable bags, and find creative ways to give old items new life. Recycle diligently and educate yourself about local recycling guidelines. Embrace minimalism. Declutter your living space and get rid of unused possessions. Focus on acquiring experiences and building meaningful relationships rather than accumulating material possessions. Promoting ethical consumption and conscious living. Slow living goes beyond just reducing your own footprint. It encourages a shift in mindset towards conscious and ethical consumerism. Educate yourself. Research the environmental impact of different industries and products. Support companies that prioritize sustainability and fair labor practices. Advocate for change. Support policies that promote environmental protection and sustainable practices. Spread awareness about the benefits of slow living and its positive impact on the planet. Ultimately, slow living and sustainability are about living a simpler, more fulfilling life. By focusing on quality experiences, fostering meaningful connections, and appreciating what you already have, you naturally reduce your need for excess consumption. This shift in mindset benefits both your well-being and the well-being of the planet, creating a win-win situation for all. Conclusion. Recap of key concepts and principles of slow living. This journey through slow living has explored its core concepts, benefits, and practical applications. Slow living is a philosophy that encourages us to step away from the fast-paced, hyper-connected world and prioritize intentionality, mindfulness, and experiencing the present moment. It's not about idleness or sacrificing everything you enjoy. It's about making conscious choices that promote well-being, connection, and a sense of fulfillment. Call to action for embracing a slower, more intentional lifestyle. Slow living isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. The key is to find practices that resonate with you and create a life that aligns with your values. Here are some steps to get you started. Identify your priorities. Reflect on what truly matters to you in life. What brings you joy and fulfillment? Is it spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or connecting with nature? Let these priorities guide your choices. Start small. Don't overwhelm yourself with drastic changes. Begin with small, manageable steps. Schedule 10 minutes for meditation each day. Swap a mindless scroll session for reading a book, or choose a reusable coffee mug over a disposable cup. Embrace imperfection. There will be days when you fall back into old habits. Don't be discouraged. Slow living is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and gently guide yourself back on track. Building a more balanced and fulfilling future. By embracing slow living, you're not just making changes for yourself, you're contributing to a larger movement. Slow living principles extend beyond personal well-being and have a positive impact on the environment and society as a whole. Reduced stress and improved well-being. Slow living practices like mindfulness and disconnecting from technology demonstrably reduce stress and anxiety, leading to better physical and mental health. Stronger relationships. When we slow down, we have more time and energy to nurture meaningful connections with loved ones, fostering stronger and more fulfilling relationships. Environmental sustainability, mindful consumption, waste reduction, and supporting sustainable businesses, all encouraged by slow living, contribute to a healthier planet for ourselves and future generations. A slow living invitation. Slow living is an invitation to reconnect with yourself, your loved ones, and the world around you. It's a call to prioritize experiences over possessions, quality over quantity, and mindfulness over distraction. By incorporating these principles into your life, you can cultivate a more balanced, fulfilling, and ultimately, sustainable way of being. A special thank you to all of you who made it to the end of this long video. We know your time is valuable, and we appreciate you dedicating it to learning about slow living. We hope this journey has sparked some inspiration and provided you with actionable tips to incorporate slow living practices into your own life. If you enjoyed this exploration of slow living, consider subscribing to the Stoic Valiant YouTube channel for more content on mindfulness, intentionality, and living a life of purpose. We share new videos every week, and we'd love for you to join our growing community of like-minded individuals on the path to slow living. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, take care and live slow.